like this so you guys can see me. Okay, everybody. We are here. I'm a little late today because I was dealing with some stuff and running around. It's a really, really big slate, and I don't know how much help I'm going to be today because of who's playing who. Whenever I start making a slate or I start making lineups, I always look into. I try to attack like certain teams that I know are bad, that I know have trouble against certain positions, or whatever. And once I lock those guys in, it's like my lineup kind of builds itself after that. Problem tonight is that the team that I usually target big men and point guards against is the Lakers. They're playing San Antonio, and that game could be a blowout. So I don't want to put Duncan in. I don't want to put Tony Parker's out, so I don't want to put whoever the hell's starting for him in. I don't even know. Maybe you guys can tell me because I haven't looked at that yet. I've been running around today. Um, so I'm in a situation where because I don't have two of my spots just taken up and in there, I'm not really sure where to go. So I'm targeting the high over under games, obviously. And I like to get both sides of that game. So I've done some Curry and Bradley because I also want Davis and Wall. So trying to finagle and get these guys all together in a lineup has been quite an issue. The value that I like tonight, I like Miritich again. I like Patty Mills goes in. Then Patty Mills becomes an interesting choice. Are we positive about that, Gerson? Patty Mills will come in and play for Tony Parker. I'm gonna log in at DraftKings here. People that tuned in right now is why the hell is he whistling? I didn't tune in to hear a whistling show. DraftKings is checking my location. That New York news was awful today, guys. Usually does. Does that mean he will though? I'm really only targeting like 4 games, and they're all the games with the high over unders. Yep, I like Teletovic. I love Teletovic, and he's been good to me. Yeah, I heard the update on that in New York, and that's not good. Not Miritich, Teletovic. So it's Pat Pat. I don't really like Pat Pat tonight. It's gonna be hard, guys. Like I don't know, and I'm going to dinner tonight. I wish I could be a little more useful. Tonight's gonna be a tough night because there's so many places to go. I've been building my lineups primarily around uh Curry and then Bradley because I can't get like I've got exposure right now to Curry, Nicholson because I love Nicholson's value, Trey Burke because I think they're going to need his scoring against OKC. Teletovic is another value. I like Lore's value. I like Carl Anthony Towns again. Hayward. I like Alan Crabb like in a spot as like a spot starter. So there's no real. It's not an easy one tonight, guys. And I don't even think I'm gonna tweet out a list of picks tonight. I'm just gonna talk to you guys about you know, between this guy and this guy, this guy and this guy, I can do that tonight. But I'm going to dinner here soon with my lady, and I can't. It's. I mean, I'm gonna play tonight, but I'm not very optimistic about it. I mean, I like the people that I like, but I feel like in order to get into, I didn't have the time to get into a 13 game slate or 12, whatever the hell it is, the way you're supposed to. So I may be missing things tonight, guys. So I'm not gonna put out a Twitter post tonight or anything because it's It's dicey at best. Against the Laborers, Teed, there's 3 a die Teed with Park right line. Patty Mills will get a start. We're going to call him see a boost in minutes. Thank you, Gerson. Who do you like for the Wiz? Still a ton of injury up front. I like Gortat tonight. I like Wall tonight. I don't know if Wall is a must play. Any love for T. Ross? A little bit, but I don't think I'm going there. I'm trying to get Wall, Curry, and Davis in my life. I don't like Westbrook. I don't like Durant. I don't like LeBron. So of that top tier, I'm really only looking at Anthony Davis and Curry. And then obviously I like Draymond Green. I like Iguodala as salary relief in the event. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A Curry Thomas. That's what I want to. That's what I want to get. I like Iguodala, but I need that information, and that'll come at 7:30. So it's like things are a little dicey tonight, guys. It's not as cut and dry as it has been for me other nights. Other nights I feel like, oh, this is the play. This is the way to go. This is it. This is the thing I'm supposed to be doing. But tonight it's kind of like could be this thing, could be that thing. I don't feel overly confident. I feel confident about Curry and or Davis. Those are my biggest. If I had to bet the farm, it would be those guys. I gotta join these terms. That's Bradley. I want to get something with Wall in it. I want to get both sides of those games. I want to have someone going back and forth, and that's going to be tough tonight because all the guys I want are so friggin' expensive that that's going to be a tough one. Let's go look at your questions if there are any questions. Thoughts on Paul George? Okay, I looked at Paul George tonight, and yeah, he's a great player. But here's the thing, guys. Last time they played Miami, Paul George went for 61 points, and he scored all the points. The other guys were shooting incredibly poorly. Lavoy Allen was also starting in the starting lineup, and he scored 36 actual points. He had 3 steals. He had 2 blocks. That's an anomaly. I know he's good, but the rest of the team had to play so poorly to funnel that much activity his way. So if he doesn't score 36 points tonight and only has 2 steals, he doesn't hit 60 points. He doesn't hit 6x. He can hit 5x, but he had like a perfect game and scored 61, which is 6x on his salary. I'd rather go someplace else feeling like I'm going to get a better game, triple double out of at a Curry, 8 3-pointers out of Curry, things like that. Anthony Davis, double double, 40 points. Like these are the guys that are more likely to score all the points on their team if they had to. Lover James, neither. But if you had to on that, I would take James if that's the decision you're making. No, I actually forgot to do that because he did blow up, so I don't still have McCollum. Sounds like you're going to need salary increase to fit those 3. Yeah, for real, it's gonna be tough. Tyreek Evans, potential big night, high scoring game coming off bad performance. I'm not looking at him, but you can go there. Question. Yesterday in the last hour, did you think it was too quiet? Did you worry there was no breaking news? No, I don't worry about that. I like it when it's quiet. Thoughts on Bosch if Wade if Whiteside is out? I'm not looking at that game because it's at low over under. There are so many other games where there's enough value and there's enough back and forth and enough pace up that I'm not looking there. If Whiteside's out, yes, it gives a tick to Bosch and Wade, but I'd much rather look at from that game if Whiteside is out, then where's Miami? I gotta look at the Miami game. Okay, if Whiteside is out, to me, it doesn't necessarily. I mean, yes, it strengthens Bosch, it strengthens Wade, but in my opinion, it really strengthens Mahimi. I'd rather have Mahimi and target him in that game and hope that he does a little more down low if Whiteside's out. I still don't. I see that happening with Leonard. With Mil, hold on. What are you saying? Exo X on K pot. Am I understanding that? Was Dang playing the last game PG-13 went off? He was. He was playing. New Orleans native living in DC wanted to stack Davis Wall. Do you see it paying off? I do. I do, Dustin. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. Ibaka blew up. Is going to stay hot, or was that a one night thing for him? I think it was a one night thing because he had to play pretty much like a center position. I think that's a one off. I mean, it'll happen again, but I don't think it happens tonight. I built a Davis Wall favors stack tonight. Thoughts? I hate favors. I always hate favors. I just don't like favors. I know we did that whole gay love favors and gay love cousin sessions and all that shit, but I really don't like playing favors. I don't like it. Yeah, it's more about favors. Yeah. I like Davis and Wall, but favors is the one that I could care less about. I'm in the middle of building, or trying to build a lineup right now. Leave the page. How many lineups do I have, man? Do I have two or three? I have two in one here, one in the Mega 3 Ball. So I need another one in this Mega 3 Ball. I don't know what they're doing with my Mega 3 Ball, guys. It was 1,111 people at $300 an entry and $100,000 to first place. So either they flatten the payout or they're just taking a bunch of money because it's now 1,111 people, $300 an entry. They're giving 50 grand to first place. I don't remember if it's the same guarantee though. If it's the same 300 or if it was a $400,000 guarantee before, but the month seems like the money is dipped. All right, how in God's name do I get to this human being? Do I got to do it with Patty Mills? Ugh. Like, there's no way to get where I'm trying to go. So I like Curry. I like Nicholson. I like Davis. I like Trey Burke. I like Lore. My sellout is going to be Nicholson at power forward. He's the guy I'm going to have everywhere. And probably Teletovic. I can see him landing in a bunch of my lineups. Okay. What am I eating for dinner? I am going to Texas de Brazil. It's a Brazilian steakhouse. They just bring you meat. They just keep bringing you meat. So like you sit down. I'm sure you guys have been to these places. I had never been though. I went like 3 weeks ago and I was like, holy shit! I went for a friend's birthday and it's like I'm definitely going again. You sit down and there's like a little salad buffet thing or whatever. You can like get cheese and shit. Who cares about that? These guys come around with big giant like skewers or like sticks or metal rods, and on them like shish kebab style, they have meats like bacon tip fillet, and you go yes, and then they put it on your plate and you start eating it, and then someone else comes over, garlic sirloin, yes, baby back ribs, yeah, leg of lamb, yeah, and they just keep giving you meat, and then you have this whole just colossal pile of meat on your plate, and you're just like a king in Game of Thrones times, and it's incredible. It's incredible. I mean, you hate yourself afterwards, but it's incredible. I mean, I've hated myself for lots of reasons, and never before a couple weeks ago was it because I had a robust amount of delicious meats. But if you're a meat person, you got to go to one of these places. They're called Brazilian steakhouses. It's crazy. It's not cheap, but it's not like it's $45 a person, and then like drinks and stuff if you want to get wine and booze or whatever. But you eat. I mean, you eat. You crush it. I crush it. Like, I'm definitely going to be 5 pounds heavier. I've been trying to lose weight, not tonight. And ain't happening. As with Paul George getting all the action, I see it going to Kawhi Leonard in Seattle with Mills starting. That could happen, man. I'm not Seattle, San Antonio. I'm staying away from that game, and that game makes me nervous. I've had good luck recently with Lou Williams at his price point. Do you like him at all? He's got value, but I'm not going there. I'm worried about if he's starting. Like when a player is I like him when he's coming off the bench. So if he's starting tonight, and I don't really know what's going on with the Lakers rotation right now, I didn't look, but if he's starting tonight, then I don't know how in a blowout, because usually he's coming off the bench, and then when it's a blowout, he comes in and plays the blowout minutes. But if he's starting, does he still play the blowout minutes because he's like young, or does he sit because he's a starter and they put somebody else in to play the blowout minutes? So I don't know what happens there. If you do, tell me, and then I would like him better. But since I don't know, I don't like him. Do I like Batum? I don't really play Batum. He's been bad for me. I guess he pops sitting Leonard after blowing out. Yeah, that whole San Antonio game is just a disaster, guys. What about Jabari Parker? Brazilian Steakhouse is the best. They are crazy. I'm not touching anyone from that Milwaukee game. I don't like it. There's so many other high over-unders. I don't know. I go there. Like significantly higher. 210, 214. I'm not targeting anything sub 200. Maybe one player as a one-off somewhere. Caldwell Pope versus Philly. These games where they had the potential to get out of hand, and Philly is one of them. If anything, I like Ilyasova because if they pull Drummond, then maybe he gets a little extra, a couple chances. He plays maybe 12, 14 minutes without, him there getting boards, and he can shoot the three. So I'm not really going at those low total games today, guys. And there's pretty much going to be no way in hell for me to get the lineup that I want to get in this tournament. I don't see how I can get Wall. I guess if I lose Gallinari, no, Gallinari's a forward. What am I talking about? This is a nightmare. If I put Wall here, I'm trying to figure that out. Let's go back to the questions, guys. Since you're not on favors, which forward, like all the forwards, or are we talking about you're putting him in that spot? I'll do all the forwards. At 7,900, I mean, I just as soon have Draymond Green in a back and forth. You could pay up a little bit, like right around that price. Gordon Hayward, pay down a little bit if you're talking about forward and not power forward. Pay down a little bit. Get to Hayward, get to Gallinari. Going way down. Iguodala. If Iguodala starts, I like Iguodala. And I like Teletovich's value. So there's a lot going on, man. It's it's a rough night. It's a rough night. There's no way I can get all these human beings on the same team. Oh God. Okay, we're gonna have to finagle here. We have to finagle a couple things. Okay, we'll put you there. We'll put Anthony Davis here, and then you're just screwed. What do you do after that? Back to the questions. Tyson's supposed to return tonight. Does that scare you off of Laura and Teletovic? Is he coming back tonight? It doesn't really scare me off Teletovic. It scares me off Lore. Since you're not on favorites. Yeah, no, I wouldn't put either of them if they both play. I'm waiting for info. Yeah, just forward. I've got Davis on power forward. Maybe see if I can work Green in, eyeing him too. Foy killed us a couple days ago. You off him? I'm not touching Foy tonight. I mean, unless I have to. Turner, no thoughts on Turner. Not playing him. I fall in love with a group of guys and I ride them until they don't perform. So I'm gonna give you guys another 10 minutes firing your questions, and then I gotta roll. And then no shows this weekend. I'm looking at $3,600 players. Jesus. Jared Cunningham? Really? Am I thinking about starting Jared fucking Cunningham? Like this is a losing lineup. You put Jared Cunningham in. What are you gonna do with Jared Cunningham? I would go Hayward over Leonard. I like Isaiah Thomas. Lillard. Oh wow. Okay, Lavoy Allen is now starting over C.J. Miles. It's the same. Oh no, it's the same lineup. It's the same lineup. Oh, it's the same lineup. Oh. Oh, Paul George, you son of a bitch. I still can't do it. I still can't do it. Even though they're rolling the exact same lineup as they did when Paul George lit him up, I can't. I mean, he made every shot. If he does a little bit worse, it's 55. And I know 55 is good, but I think AD or Curry can do better. I just do. Oh, I can't skip dinner. I gotta go. Oh, the wife. Ugh. No idea if this matters. Coach Lewis of the Pacers will go to big lineup tonight. The boy Almost Delavadova thoughts for somewhat budget. No, no Delavadova for me. It's a tough one, guys. This is a big slate and a lot's happening, and I can't. I mean, don't take anything I say as law. I like Nicholson. I like Thomas. I like Davis. I like Wall. Uh, I like Curry. I don't like Westbrook. I don't like who's the LeBron. I don't like. These are people I know I don't like. I know I don't like Durant. Drummond's expensive. I think he has a good game, but worried about the blowout. Lillard, I like. In the lineups where I'm coming off Curry, I'm going Lillard. Um, just try to get both. Whoever you put in, just try to get both sides. Like, don't put Curry in without Isaiah Thomas um or Avery Bradley. Or if you want to do like Curry and Avery Bradley, and then do like Isaiah Thomas and then like Anthony Davis, get rid of Curry. Like, because even if you can't get both of them on the same side of the game, you know what I mean? So you've got Curry going nuts and you got Isaiah Thomas going nuts. And if you can't get them together, but you can have, say, like I want Anthony Davis and Wall, and I want Curry and Isaiah Thomas, but I can't get them all together. But I can get like Curry and Bradley, and then Wall and Davis, and then I can get Wall, Davis, and Isaiah Thomas, and then a secondary character from the Golden State game to replace the fact that I took Curry out. Like, you got to try to do that. You either want to get them on the same team if you can, going back and forth, but it also has merit to having one guy on one team who's like the fourth, and in another team, the guy who's the back without the fourth. If that makes sense. I'm not playing Barton tonight. I like Nicholson, man. I've been high on Nicholson. I like Nicholson. People always ask me, why are you so high on Nicholson? Because Nicholson's been good to me. Nicholson, I feel like, is good for 20 points any night, has an upside of around 30, and I like Nicholson. Nicholson, 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 Nicholson. I like Nicholson. The way I build my lineups and the turnips that I'm in, Nicholson. Teletovic scares me now. I like Kaminsky. May look at Kaminsky, actually, as the salary relief that I need to get whereas I gotta go. Because I mean they're gonna miss a ton of shots. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much what I know, guys. I gotta run out of here. I hate to do this to you. Just watch 100K brain at work. Yeah, you did. You did. It's 170 now. Don't don't undercut me. Don't short me, babe. Or dude. Best player from Golden State target if Clay sits outside of Curry. I would. I mean, obviously Draymond Green and and Iguodala if he starts. So John Wall greater than Isaiah Thomas. And Wall's been playing really really well. But if you put Wall in, I feel like you got to have Gortat because Wall has all those dump off passes down to Gortat. I like Wall. I, I don't know. I think I'd rather have Lillard than Wall. Carter Williams, no. Um, yeah, it's rough, dude. What the hell is this? Kendall Martian to start at point guard for the Sixers, but it'll be limited to 16 minutes. I mean, this is going to be one of these. I feel like fuck, I can't go out. I mean, I have to go out, but this is this is how you do it. This is how you do it. Oh, I'm sorry I wasn't very helpful today, guys. People coming in. This is a bad time too because my show is growing, and I appreciate you guys coming and watching and everything. Just I got a life, you know. So until you guys start stroking a paycheck to me for doing this, you know, it's charity work at this point. I love doing it. I love talking to you guys, but I gotta take care of this. This is quite the situation. I gotta throw this back in a nice little man bun and get about my day. So I guess I'll talk to you guys later. All right, peace.